All right, welcome to another episode of Nerd to an End Movie Podcast. I am very blessed today to be joined with the very talented Ario Anindito. Say hi, everyone, Ario.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
So, in case you don't know who this is, he is the artist doing the Star Wars High Republic for Marvel right now. He's also done Wolverines. He's done multiple covers for that Boom Studios Eve title, which I told you guys about a long time ago. And he's really talented. We're really awesome to have him here today.
Thanks for having me.
So we were talking before. You're on the other side of the world, so we had to make sure that we had these times lined up. So like for me, it's 4 a.m. and I made sure, like I literally right after work today, I was like, I'm taking a nap right now, just in case I'm right and it's tonight. So I woke up, I was like, yes, it's tonight. Let's do this, and I'm really excited. So if you can't tell, so what was your like nerd origin story? Were you always into comics?
Oh yes. Since the beginning. So I'm lucky because I have older cousins who read comics, and when they are finished with the comics, they gave it to me, and that's my first introduction to comics. And believe it or not, the early comics that I'm exposed at is the European comics. And some Batman and X-Men comics, which is translated to Indonesian. I live in Indonesia, Indonesian language. So those were my first comics. And then when I grew up, I got exposed to Japanese manga. I read Dragon Ball and all kind of manga. I read them all. And then when I was in probably junior high school, I got back to the X-Men. Back then, it was the Uncanny X-Men series by Joe Madureira.
Okay.
Which is very, very cool. Yeah. And I got to finally read the actual US copy. And I was hooked. And then I started to learn how to draw the US Marvel DC style.
So then how did you actually like get your start in being a comic book artist?
It was funny because I studied architecture in college, and I wasn't planning to be an architect, of course. I always want to be a comic artist, but I just feel like, okay, I like to draw, and then what should I do? What major should I take in the college? And so I took architecture, but basically, I like to upload my artwork to DeviantArt. Back then, there was no ArtStation and there was no Instagram, so there's only DeviantArt. And so I uploaded my work in DeviantArt. And then one day, there's this a guy from Italy who owns some kind of talent agency, and he offered me to work together. And I was this young innocent guy from Indonesia. I was I was scared that this is going to be a scam.
Right.
You know, the email that sounds like, "Hello, I'm a prince of Nigeria. I have some money." And I was like,
"Yeah, right.
Is this legit?" Yeah. So he told me that, okay, let's make a deal. If I don't get you like this amount of money by the end of the year, then our deal is off. And being the innocent guy that I am, I was like, "Ching! Okay, let's do this." And he delivered. He kept his promise, and I'm still working with the guy still today.
Awesome. That and see, and every once in a while, so I talk to a lot of people about luck and faith and doing what you got to do, but you also have to find the right people to help you along the way.
Yes.
You can have all the luck in the world, but if you don't know that right person, it doesn't matter.
That is true. That is very true.
So what was the first title you actually worked on?
Well, when I first signed a deal with them, the first work that I do is not a very famous thing. It's just a small illustrations. But then in 2012, I got offered to do a small backup story in DC, Red Hood and the Outlaws. Mm-hmm. And so I made those two backup stories in a book. But that's the only thing I do for DC. at that time because I'm still under contract in my office. Back then, I work as an art director in an advertising company.
Okay.
So I cannot make a lot of comic books back then because of the work amount. And then in 2013, I decided to leave my job and quit the advertising job because I had enough of office and working hours. And I've moved back to I moved back to Bandung, West Java in Indonesia, which is my place right now. It might look like Tatooine, but it's but it's my town. And so I decided to make my own small studio. And at that time, in mid 2014, the Italy agency told me that Marvel offered me to do a test, a pitch for them, and then I said, "Okay, let's go." And I do the test, and they love the thing that I do. The editor back then was Katie Kubert, is from the legendary Kubert family. I owe her my career because she had faith on me. she said that the samples, the test that I gave her is good, and she asked me, what is your favorite Marvel character? And I said it's always the X-Men. I grew up watching the X-Men.
Oh yeah,
the coolest soundtrack.
One of my producer friends actually made the music for my show, and at the end of my show, it literally has that final notes from the X-Men 90s animated series. Like it's oh my god, and one of the most iconic soundtracks for anything. Yes. Nevertheless, a cartoon. Oh man, that was that's you're speaking to my childhood right there, and that's love that show. Love that show. Oh.
Yep, man, I love that. That's why when people ask me, "Hey, Ario, are you a Marvel guy or a DC guy?" I always answer, "I'm an X-Men guy and a Batman guy." So if there's a company that has them both, I'm that company. I want my allegiance is with them. So I like X-Men, and then she said, "Okay, we have this series called Wolverines. Would you like to do it?" And I said, "Katie, you don't have to ask. It's Wolverine. I'm all in."
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was the beginning of my Marvel run, and it's going on till today.
And I couldn't be more happy about that, because the next thing we're going to talk about is the High Republic, Star Wars High Republic. Okay, so I have been hyped about this since like I first heard about it. Like I pre-ordered the first book. I still haven't opened it because
Thank you.
Like the actual like novel. I have all of the like I was showing you before. Like I have, and I just sent one of my number ones off to get graded too. So, like, I mean, I've got like all of every single print. Like I was not playing around. I got everything. And I actually just read the 5th one a couple of days ago, and oh my god, I'm not going to spoil anything just in case anyone hasn't read it, but let me just tell you, like some of the art is just like it pops right off the page, but that final panel.
Thank you.
And I guess I'm not going to spoil what happens, but I'm just saying that final panel. That's all I have to say about it. It was I did a review on my page, and I was like, I can't include this. Like they have to see that for themselves in the book. Like for real. And one of my favorite characters of any franchise is Yoda. And you got the pleasure of drawing Yoda. How was that?
Well, it's like a dream come true, of course, especially because I'm also a huge Star Wars fan. And I never imagined in my entire life that I'm going to draw Yoda someday in my working career. And I was like, oh my god, I don't even know that there will be Yoda in the first book. So when I got the script, and I was like, Yoda, and this means that this is the first ever visual Yoda in the entire timeline of Star Wars canon history, right? Because we've never seen Yoda before that. We haven't seen Yoda younger than that, if I'm not mistaken.
No, definitely not younger. That's for sure. Like in this part of the timeline, like it's definitely the first one.
Yeah, that is the first one in the timeline, not the actual timeline. I mean, like the actual timeline is, of course, like the release. So it makes me very proud to be able to draw Yoda in his earliest appearance, and it's like a dream come true. It's the Master Jedi that we all love.
Yeah, and I do love that it is brand new. Like everything we're gonna see in the High Republic is all uncharted territory because this is way before the actual Skywalker saga. But I love the fact that because Yoda's race is just like so old that he is the connecting tissue between the old generation and what we're now learning is the actual old generation. And it's awesome to see. And you know, this
he saw everything. He's been through everything, Yoda.
And see, and that's why like it puts a whole new context to Yoda in the prequels, the sequels, and everything, because he you know now that he saw the Jedi at their peak, and then he slowly watched it all just disappear. And that's why he had to go into exile. He's like, I failed. Like, I remember when we were these like taking over we were all over the universe. And now we're just like, it's just me. I'm out. I'm going to go. My fault, guys. My fault. I saw this all and I was wrong. My fault. But like what I love about
the castle. I used to live in the castle. Now I'm swamp.
Leave I must. Go to Dagobah. Yes.
And he used to live in the place where Jedi glory, all the wonderful castle of the Jedi, and now he lived in a swamp in Dagobah. So,
talk about a humble ending.
Talk about a humble ending. But he's good. He fulfilled his role.
Yeah, he's
Master
still
Jedi.
Technically around because he's a living force now, so he's still there helping guide everyone even to this day. And what I really love about the High Republic Marvel comic is that it's definitely more horror style, especially the first couple issues. Like it reminded me of like Aliens, the first like Aliens movie, how it was like all dark and there was all like, yo, what's gonna be around the next corner? Like that was like, and I'm reading this, I was like, I didn't even know I wanted Star Wars horror, but once I started reading, I was like, I've been missing this my entire life.
Yeah, it is fun.
So where did you draw inspiration for this darker imagery that we get to see in the High Republic?
Well, basically, I love horror movies, and so does Kevin, the writer. We both love horror movies, and you can see all the horror influences in our work. There's Children of the Corn, there's Aliens, and stuff like that. So it all shows in the work, and we really enjoy that. And I really enjoy drawing the page where there's a dead hut in the middle of the ship. Yeah, in the middle of the abandoned ship.
Hold on, I think it's actually
one of the cover.
The number 2 third print. This one. This is what I'm talking about, guys, right here.
Yep. Oh, that is such a fun pleasure to draw.
Oh man. Yeah, and then like, with the guy hanging up here, like, oh man, it's so sick. And like, and I'm be honest with you, like I all love to Noto. I mean, amazing artist, but I honestly like most of the second and third prints because it's like from the comic itself, to be honest. And that might be.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I mean, it's the truth. You. As you can see, most of my I got like first prints, second prints. I kept most of the second and third prints for my personal collection. I sold a whole bunch, so I actually gave someone almost a full run just so they could like. They're like, oh man, I haven't been able to read this. I was like, well, guess what? You will now. I have everything but the third issue because I only got one of those. I'm sorry. That's my reader copy. I can't tell you that. But they were like, so yes, I found, because like it's such a good series, and I know people are like, because now some of it's starting to show up on Marvel Unlimited too. So a lot of people are going to catch up on it there as well. And oh man, they're in for a great story that they don't even know they're missing yet, to be honest.
Thank you so much.
And you're also working with some other companies, like you did a couple covers for Boom Studios Eve.
Yes.
So you've done, I know, 1 and 2. Are you doing the whole run?
Yes.
That is awesome. Yeah, and as people who listen to my podcast know, I've been ranting and raving about Eve since I got the first news blip that it was happening. Once I saw that the writer was a New York Times bestseller, I was like, yep.
Victor Laval.
This is going to be amazing. And then I saw you were attached to it too. I was like, yep, sign me up. Like I have a virtual LCS, Duffy Boys Comics, and the second I like saw that news report, I was like, and I messaged him. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, this book right here. And he was like, he didn't even know about it when I told him about it. And like, it's been amazing. And it's already, the first issue's already gone to second print. And I think the second one already too, right?
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, that's
right.
And then for a series that just like, for some people came out of nowhere, that's a huge accomplishment. Because I mean, like I said,
it is. I'm very proud of it.
I knew about it, but the casual comic fan definitely didn't, and they were surprised when they saw it. And I'm sure that cover art that you did probably snatched some people up too. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
And yeah, I've got that too. Hold on.
Yeah, when I first offered to do when I was first offered to do Eve, I kind of okay, what's this all about? And then and they told me that this is about the story of a girl and blah blah blah, and I think it's a wonderful story to tell. It's about, you know, raising awareness of climate change and stuff like that, and that is very important for us nowadays because, you know, with what happened with the world, the pandemic, and you got number 2 as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with what happening in the world, the pandemic and the climate change and everything. Yeah, we have to do whatever we can, our best, to keep and raise the awareness, because this is our beloved Earth and we are the one who's supposed to take care of it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why I work with a great non-for-profit, Water for People. They bring
that's very nice of you.
Yeah, they bring sustainable water to people all over the world that don't have it. I've been working with them for about a year now, and I'm actually working on a big charity auction for them. That's still, I can't really talk too much because I don't have everything lined up, but I'm definitely trying to do something big to really make a difference, because
thank you so much.
I mean, and like I've said on my podcast, like with this pandemic, washing your hands and stuff like that is something you have to do. There are people around the world that don't even have access to that. And like, and so a lot of people don't even realize that. So that's why I'm trying to bring awareness to that. And because it's definitely something that, I mean, we read comics about all these heroes saving the world. A company, a non-for-profit like Water for People is literally trying to save the world. So I figured, why not try to be a hero for one day at least? So we're like, more on that to come. I might be sending you something to maybe contribute. That I'm just going to throw that out there. All right, moving on. So far in your career, who has been your favorite character to draw?
The superheroes is going to be Deadpool, because I love Deadpool. I've got I think I draw Deadpool in 2 titles, which I love. Every time I get to draw Deadpool, it's always fun and party. And then my favorite character from Marvel is actually Gambit, but I haven't got the chance to draw him. Hopefully one day.
Marvel,
and in Star Wars,
I know you're listening, Marvel, because you guys own everything. You hear that? Get Ario some Gambit, please. Thank you very much. All right,
yes, please. I mean, I've got the chance to draw the whole Avengers and a lot of other characters, but I haven't got. I mean, I got to draw Wolverines a lot of times. I even got to draw I think the rest of the teams I had Psylocke and Cyclops and the whole other team, but I haven't got the chance to draw Gambit. And so, yeah, Marvel, if you're listening, Gambit. And from Star Wars, my favorite character is Plo Koon and Asajj Ventress.
Oh yeah.
But now with the High Republic, I really love Keeve Trennis.
Yes. Oh my God, she is like, and to see her growth through the first 5 issues has, because at the beginning she was just an apprentice, and to see her become an actual Jedi Knight, and to just progress as to someone who's taking charge and really like doing what needs to be done. It's just it's been a true joy to watch that character progress, and to see, like, I don't think a lot of people even notice things like that, like how the character, the arcs, and and how to make a dynamic character. And she has been so dynamic, and it's been a true, just like I said, read Star Wars High Republic. That last panel, you'll the last 3 pages, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll be like, oh, I get it now. I get it. Yep.
Yeah.
So
basically Keeve is us. She thinks the way we think. She cusses the way we do.
Yes.
So it's always fun to draw her.
I bet that was awesome, because you literally got to draw someone cursing in Star Wars.
Yes.
I saw that. Like, I literally, like, I had to take it back. I was like, wait a minute. Did she just curse? Hold up. And I'm looking like, oh, she did. Oh,
she did. Yeah.
Amazing.
Like, times.
Well, because like you said, she's us. She sees the Jedi like we see Star Wars. She was just like,
exactly.
In awe of what they are. And at that time, they were very something you could definitely leer at. Just like, wow, like this is the power, and how many there was, because people like haven't read it. They don't understand the sheer number of Jedis that are around. Like, I was reading that the 5th one, I saw a pink lightsaber. I was like, wait a minute. When we get pink lightsabers in here? Hold up. Like, I was like, that is awesome. Because in the movies, there's only been a few colors, and people who haven't watched the animated are even missing out even more, because they didn't see white, they didn't see yellow, until Rey in the final movie. But like to see all the new colors and their new Jedi, like, because and one of my favorite, my dog is actually named Lobaka, after one of the only non-canon Wookiee Jedis. And actually, I wonder if he is canon, because Chewbacca is, and one of the other younglings in I think it was Rebels, or no, was it Rebels? One of the animated series that was also training. But yeah, it's literally Lobaka, Loey for short. And so it's awesome that in this era there's so many different races of Jedi, including Wookiees and Scar. What's his race again?
Skier. Trandoshan. Trandoshan.
Fierce. Like, if you guys aren't reading, you're like, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, and I said this before, like, it's just a great read, even if you're not a Star Wars fan. If you're a Star Wars fan and you're not reading it, I don't know what you're doing. If you're a boy, I'm a purist. No, I don't want to. You're just missing out. That's your fault, not ours. We're trying to help you.
We are. Believe me. I mean, but back then when I first offered to do this Star Wars: The High Republic, I'm well aware of all the negativity and criticism that is around this project, and some I understand, but some are just plain, haters.
Yes.
But those who doesn't understand is because they feel like, is this going to be good? Is this going to be a true Star Wars and stuff like that? And believe me, I got that concern as well. I was like, this is new Star Wars. What's interesting about this new Star Wars? There's not any characters that I know. So am I going to do this or not? But basically, I am a huge Star Wars fan. And this is a challenge for me to do and create a Star Wars universe that we love in a different era. And when I got the chance to talk with Kevin Scott, the writer. He's a genius, by the way. We got this Zoom meeting, and from that conversation, I found out that both of us are huge Star Wars fans, and we want nothing but a good Star Wars story. We want nothing but to tell a good Star Wars story and to have fun creating Star Wars and making Star Wars, and to make sure that this is Star Wars that we know and that we love. And I don't have any agendas, any hidden message or whatever it is. I just want to make the adventure of Keeve and the Jedi against the bad guys. And I truly enjoy working on this book. And when Kevin and I have this Zoom meeting, he told me about what's going to happen in the High Republic. What is it all about? What the characters are? Who are they? And at the point when he said there's going to be a Jedi riding a Rancor, and I was like, I'm in. I'm in. You know, sign me up. Let's do this.
See, and I, as a big Star Wars fan, like if someone said that to me, it'd be like, did you even have to ask?
Did you even have to ask?
Did you just say a Jedi riding a Rancor? I was in before you said Jedi. Like you don't understand. The Force already told me that you were gonna say this, and I already said yes. Like, no, and it as a and I'm a real like I grew up before any of the new Star Wars, including the prequels. Like I remember going to see the prequels the day they were released. And was like,
me too.
And I remember as a kid watching Star Wars and just thinking this is the greatest thing ever. Like you know, because it's an amazing story, and I don't understand why anyone would ever limit themselves. Like I know people who are like, I'm not watching the animated, I won't read the comics. I'm like, I don't. And I asked them like, why? Well, it's not the Star Wars I know, but it's telling the same story just in a different medium.
Yes, that is true.
And you're just missing out because like both Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, they're all phenomenal. And to limit yourself, and that's why people are always like, are you Marvel or DC? And I'm like, Marvel, DC, indie, anything that I can read and enjoy. Like I don't understand the where you have to be in one camp or the other. Why limit yourself?
Yeah, exactly. And especially for me as a comic artist, if I have to choose one, then I will never work in the other place. It's not a good thing. So I said I'm both.
And you know, indies are absolutely killing it right now too. So
I love them.
Anyone who's not reading indies are you don't know comics.
I won't put my allegiance on just one company because there's so many good characters and so many good comics coming from all of them, and including Boom Studios, of course. I am very grateful and I'm very lucky to be offered to do the covers for the comics because I had so much fun drawing Eve, and I also draw a variant cover for Magic the Gathering for Boom. It's also a huge amount of fun that I had, and the people is also great and fun to work with. And I'm in the middle of making a cover for other series in Boom, which is a larger series because it's something it's a series that's been going on for years, and it's one of my favorite character actually, and I love it so much. I am very happy that I got the chance to do the cover. So basically, name any company, Marvel, DC, Boom, I am always open to all good comics and great stories, and so I won't pick one because I love them all. As for DC, I may not do the comics for them for quite a while, but I actually designed a statue series for DC Comics with XM Studios. So I designed a collectible statues. It's 1/6 scale, and it's been going on for probably the last 2 years. I've designed a lot of DC characters like the Joker, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Lobo, Harley Quinn, and you can find it in my Instagram. So yeah, I love all the creative company, and I enjoy working with them.
Yeah, like I said, you can't limit yourself. But so one of the characters that you talked about you like drawing was Wolverine. So I have to ask, because I'm a huge Wolverine fan, and as we know, Hugh Jackman did an amazing job with the Wolverine character, but he said he doesn't want to do it. So when the character comes back into the MCU, as someone who's actually drawn him, do you think that the MCU should hashtag make Wolverine short again?
Yes, I do.
And thank you. Like to be honest, and I've actually had discussions with people who've been like, why does it matter? If you don't know why it matters, then you don't know the character. Like he was this short character that was standing up to the Hulk. Like his first appearance, he literally shows up as this 5'3" character to take on the Hulk. Like that means something. And people are like, oh, it doesn't matter his height. No, it definitely does. Definitely does.
Yep. When you talk about diversity, it's not just only the race or the skin colors. It's also about the whole shape, the visual. Yes. There's tall characters, there's short characters. Doesn't mean one is better than the other, but it's the character itself. So it's a character treatment, and it's there because it was designed to be like that. Jackman did a wonderful Wolverine. We all agree with that. But if they can find another actor that is short and could perform as good as Jackman, then it's the perfect Wolverine.
Yeah, and there's definitely actors who can do it. And like, don't get me wrong, I know we're not going to get a 5'3" Wolverine. I have no illusions of that. But anything under, I would say about between 5'5" and 5'10" would put them significantly shorter than most of the characters in the MCU, and it would prove the point. So, I just hope that when they do bring him back, because there's rumors of a anthology series coming for Disney Plus, and it's going to start with Weapon X. So if they do bring it back, and as the rumors are, I hope they make Wolverine short again. So you, like we were talking about before, about all the different companies that you've worked for. What was more fun to work with? A big major company like Marvel or DC, or like a indie like Boom Studios?
Well, to answer a question like that, it's like when you got to ask which kind of movie that you like. Is it from big studio or an indie movie? It all has a different taste, but it's all good. It's all entertaining. It's all has its own weight, and I cannot choose one after another because it offers different taste. It's just without one, it's incomplete. If you only watch like a major studio movie, then you feel like there's something is lacking. If you only watch indie movies, then you will also feel the same. You need both to complete each other. And when I need to find inspiration, I like to just read comic from all publishers, because basically the more good products that we have is the better for creativity, for entertainment. When they all perform well, then we all win. Right,
exactly. No, and my episode last week, I called it the nerds won. Because right now we have one. I mean, the most popular film franchise in history, Marvel. Some of the best selling things of all time, Marvel, DC, Star Wars. It's all great right now, and I'm just so happy with all the content we're having right now. And so, do you have anything in the works that you can promote or would like to promote?
Well,
because we're talking about, you don't want to say too much because the Disney snipers, they go get you. So I'm not trying to trip you up, I swear.
You're trying to save my life here.
Listen, Disney, I'm not trying to pull any spoilers. I swear.
Oh yeah, well, I'm still working in the High Republic, thankfully, and I really enjoy it. you will not believe what's coming, because I had so much fun drawing this new pages. I love it. And like I told you before, I'm working on a cover for another cover for Boom, which is my favorite character, one of my favorite characters. So I love that as well. And I'm in the middle of designing another statue for XM Studios as well. This time is Star Wars related, so stay tuned. And what else? I'm planning to have more time to sleep. Yeah.
anyone who listens to my podcast and who knows me personally, they make jokes that I am in more than one place at a time. Because I live on the East Coast in the United States, and I'm posting all hours of the night. Like it doesn't matter what day of the week, and like I literally go. So I'm guessing Kyle lives in Florida and Nerdpool lives in California, because there's no way he's awake at both time zones. Like I consider myself team no sleep, and I consider it a badge of honor that we can still function. But no, we definitely need to take care of ourselves and get some rest too. That's definitely something that's required.
Yeah, because right now I'm working at 5 projects at the same time. Aside from the comics and the covers and the statue designs, I also illustrate the game. Two game right now, 2 games. I do the illustration. So there's yeah, if you count, there's 5 projects working going at the same time. And so all I need to do is just to make sure that I put I schedule everything correctly, so I got enough sleep. Yeah.
And sometimes it definitely feels like there's not enough hours in the day. I completely understand that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Guys. It's supposed to be like 36 hours.
Yeah. I'm gonna need everyone to adjust to a 36-hour day just so I can get everything done I need to. That'd be really appreciated.
Yes.
So, and I really appreciate you coming out this to sit down with me and have this conversation. I said I'm a huge fan of your work, and I
thank you.
Can't thank you enough. And I just wanted to say next week I'm actually going to be interviewing another artist, the Illest Illuminati, Javen Jordan. He's done a lot of he's done some Department of Truth exclusive covers, so that's going to be cool too.
Awesome.
But I've reached out to other people in that High Republic team. I would love to get all of you on at some point. I'm just gonna have to say that.
Yep.
But yeah,
they're all solid people. I'm very grateful, and I'm very lucky to be able to work with them. Kevin Scott is a genius writer. Mark Morales is a legend. Like, we all know him, and he and if you believe it, he done everything traditionally. It's not digital. He is crazy that way. And
it makes
and our
some great
colorist,
art.
yeah, and our colorist Annalisa Leone also bring magic to the pages. I mean, the way she colors all the lightsabers battles, she's just great. And Ariana Maher, the letterer, also amazing work, because she made it easy for us to read.
Yes.
And she plays
all of my my reviews, even and most comic readers don't notice things like that, but I do. And like some of the words and how they were written, it was just they literally pop off the page, where a lot of comics don't have that. So I make sure, like in all my reviews, it's like it's not just one person; it's a whole team that's bringing this amazing comic to life. And I'm just so thankful to be able to read it and to speak to you and just to be part of the Star Wars fandom right now. It's fun.
And also don't forget that the editors are also doing fantastic work here. Mark Panicia and Thomas Groneman, they have been my life savior, because Mark is actually the one that offered me this project. He put so much trust and faith in me to do this, and I owe him my career as well, because he believed in me more than I believe in myself. And Mark and Tom, they always support me and try to accommodate to whatever needs that that I told them. And I'm just lucky to be working in this team and in Eve as well, because all the people in Boom Studios are always kind and very nice to me. And to be able to work with Victor, also a genius writer, to spread the message to the world about this climate change and such a wonderful stories that Eve have is is actually what make me feel like I'm I'm useful. I have a meaning to be in this world. Yeah.
Well, now your artwork alone gives so much joy to a lot of people. So, and I always know, like,
thank you so much.
Everyone is always their biggest critic. Like, to be honest, when I listen to my podcast, I hate most of the episodes. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, I loved it." So I understand completely, but and again, just thank you for making such a great book and books, because you've got tons, you got a great catalog of work that you've done, and just keep going strong. And it's great to watch all of your stuff come to life.
Okay, first of all, Kyle, for me, you're a fantastic host. You're a great host.
Stop it.
I'm happy. I'm happy to be in your show. And second of all, I want to say my biggest thank you for all the support that you've given us. Support and appreciation. I always see you in the comment section of my Instagram and in the Twitter. It means a lot. It means more than you can ever know, Kyle, because whenever I'm human. I feel down sometimes. I feel tired sometimes. And when I read all the appreciation and the support from the reader, from the friends, from you and many other reader of the High Republic, it gives me power to keep on going. It gives me the reason, and it reminds me of what I'm doing right now and why I have to keep on going. Give me power. It gives me the force to carry on. So
you said you're a manga fan. I feel like you just said that you conjure the spirit bomb, and we're all just giving you our energy. Yes. Like, here, take it.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. So whenever a new High Republic book is out, I actually use a lot of your energy and many other readers' energy that have spent their time to write down comments and appreciation. And I use all that energy to create the book. So it's all you and many other readers are over there.
Well, and let's hope that we can get even more, so you can get even more power and deliver even better stuff moving forward, which is going to be hard to do because, like we talked earlier, a Jedi riding a Rancor, you had me at Jedi, all right? Like,
Brother Rancor, that is, with armors.
Yes. Oh man, and a hut that wasn't just sitting in a room. Like, I was like, yo, wait a minute, they can fight? Wait a minute, hold up. Like,
I had so much fun creating that hot character. I had so much fun,
Oh man, we keep just keep talking about it. If you're not reading Star Wars High Republic, get on it, because it's so good. And like I said earlier, it's starting to come on Marvel Unlimited. So if you can't find a copy of the physical one, because let's face it, they're worth a lot of money right now. People are paying out the rear end to get their hands on copies of these books, because with their first appearances and great story and all that stuff too. So have no fear. You can always get it on Marvel Unlimited. I think the first 3 issues are already up there. So definitely start reading that if you're not. And again, Ario, whenever you need spirit energy, I will always be there to send it, because I'm just a huge fan, and I appreciate you coming to speak to me today.
Thank you so much, Kyle. May the force be with you, my friend. Thank you so much.
And you as well.
Thank you.